Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Max World Live, introducing Maxwell.
Thank you very much, Eric. It's very nice to have you all here with me here at Max World Live. This is my first live broadcast, so I would like to welcome you all. Today I have a very, very special guest with me. He is a very, very good friend and hopefully soon to be my new co-host for the show. So I'm very, very excited to introduce my friend, Joshua Scott.
Hey everybody. Thanks for having me, Max.
Oh, what the hell? We have a phone call already, apparently. Who was it? Oh, well, too bad. Unfortunately, we're in the middle of a live broadcast here, so you're gonna have to wait. So how's your week been? What have you been up to?
My week's been really rough. I've been doing a lot of stuff at work. 40 hours a week, a lot of stuff happening.
Oh my god, we even have my answering machine going right now. This is a wonderful start to our show.
How does that end? That doesn't
I
end.
haven't got a clue.
Alright.
I must have hung up.
Yeah, must have.
Oh well. Anyway,
Okay,
go on
anyway.
about your week, please.
So, every day I have these customers that they piss me off. And I'll tell you why. It is because I have this woman come in and she's looking for clothes for her kid and everything. And her kid's a 15-year-old boy and he's in high school, so he's getting made fun of, bullied. Things are rough. So she asked me if I have any clothes that she could get him that weren't gay. And I just kind of looked at her like, I don't know. I don't even know if that exists.
Say what?
Asked me if they were gay. Yeah. So
That's kind of interesting.
I kindly detached from her anyway. But I just don't understand why people think that it's going to be gay to wear certain things. It doesn't matter what you wear.
I know that it doesn't make sense to me at all.
No.
Like at all.
No.
Like I mean, okay, because here's my kind of take on the whole situation at hand at the moment. The way I see it, and Adam Buska made a comment on Twitter about it, and I completely agree, but I'm also kind of stuck in between. It's a catch-22, and what I don't understand is why it took so long for people to come around to our side and see it from our perspective, and that we are just regular people. I don't understand why we had to go to such extremes to get there. At the same time, though, I am also happy that we have these kind of programs in place now, because if we didn't, we wouldn't have the support systems. We wouldn't have as much pride as we do. We wouldn't, we wouldn't have as much passion for who we are as people, and the kind of people that we want to portray. It's like we're just like you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of rough, Like I mean, you're stuck. You've got, on the one hand, it's like, well, we've been fighting our asses off for years and years and years, and it's taken this long, and it's fucking pathetic to some. And then
to
some, in other words, me.
Yeah.
But then again, at the same time, you're happy because they're there, but it's like, why did you have to see it through the eyes of the media and whatever else, and have the government get involved and that sort of thing to make something like this okay? It's like, are we relying on our government too much?
Yes.
For that sort of thing? Are we relying on our government too much for the kind of support and stuff that we need to be able to communicate with the world?
Well, it's just like getting married. We want to get married, but we can't because we're constantly like waiting for the government to approve of that. I don't really think that you should have to wait for anybody to approve of your decisions.
I totally agree.
So, oh well, it's getting better. Things are getting better.
It is. Things are getting
I'd like
a lot
to say
better.
so.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Anything more to add?
Well, I have this quote from Facebook that's been going around. It's really popular right now. And to tell you the truth, it made me laugh. Like, the illegalities, if you will, of homosexuality make me laugh because it's so unnecessary, if you will.
It is.
Having any sort of
very much
attention
is.
on that kind of natural human sense, I guess, of who you are and how you do things and who you sleep with. That's the only difference. is who you sleep with.
Yeah,
really.
exactly.
The
And
only
that
difference.
and that shouldn't even matter, period. Like, seriously. And for anybody who's out there right now who's going through this, like, seriously, we've been through it, so we've been there, done that. Who you are is who you are, and don't let anybody change you, because you know what? You're fucking worth it. And if people don't fucking like it, they can take a hike. You are who you are, and embrace it, and don't be scared of it. And if you need support, me and Josh are here. At the end of the show, we're each going to give our emails and whatever else. So if you need to talk to somebody or contact us, if you're just having a hard time, just let us know. Like, seriously, I want our community to support our younger youth a lot more.
Yes, absolutely.
Anyways, go on with your quote. This is fucking hilarious.
Okay.
By the
so,
way,
this is a poll, a non-biased poll taken by many people. I am unsure of the amount, so I'm not going to say. But the quote is, gay marriage is legal in 6 states, but having sex with a horse is legal in 23 states, 23 large states.
so apparently bestiality
before
is
homosexual.
Yeah, bestiality before our own human man.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
It is wonderful. But
It's a wonderful world we live in, people. Seriously, it's great.
I just cannot believe it.
Neither can I.
I cannot believe it.
Seriously, screwing a horse is legal in 23 states. The hell is wrong with you people? Like, honestly, like, what is going through your psyche at the moment? Because I'd really love to know.
Comment. There's a comment.
Yeah, like, tell us what you guys think about this, because we want to know, and we'd really love to share some of your comments with the rest of our viewers. So please, let us know what you think about that, and yeah, we'll talk about that more later.
Yeah. Yeah, we will.
So, moving on from that, I have some celebrity buzz that I want to talk about. I'm not sure if any of you out there know who this kid, Justin Bieber, is. Eric, does this ring a bell to you at all? I don't understand who this Justin Bieber character is. So apparently he like sings this song called Baby. What the hell kind of name is that for a song? I mean, honest to God. But no, seriously, I love the kid. But this is absolutely hilarious. He was doing a concert in Paris, and he goes off stage during one of his breaks, and I'm not sure how you would go about doing something like this exactly, but he ran into a glass wall.
Totally something I would do.
Gave himself a concussion. You can't see the reflection of yourself running towards yourself?
He might be
There?
used to it. Looks at it all the time. He's just like, hey, it's me. Runs right into it. Doesn't even think
I'm
about
so
it.
in love with myself. Mwah! I could see it.
Yeah.
I could definitely see it.
I feel bad for the kid.
but luckily though, he did finish the concert.
Yeah.
Which
The show went on.
was really, really cool. So
Yeah.
you have some celebrity buzz that you wanted to talk about as well.
I do have a piece of celebrity buzz that is fairly important to me. I have one that we can talk about later because it has to do with different topics. But anyway,
Yes, but this one is...
this one specifically, the winner of American Idol, Philip Phillips.
Oh my god,
Okay.
are we seriously getting into this right now?
We're getting into this right now.
Eric, help.
I'm staying out of it.
Oh
and
dear
Max-
lord, somebody help me.
We feel differently, but the same about this situation.
Yes.
Really passionate.
We're in agreement, but we're not in...
Here's the thing. Philip Phillips did everything he could for American Idol. Look
Yes,
at what's going to
yes,
be
he
happening
did.
to American Idol because of unique artists like him now.
Yeah, that's true.
He brought that flavor to the stage. He was like, I don't care, and it totally showed everybody that you could just be who you are, you know, and be successful.
I understand that, but at the same time, it was like, I kind of had this feeling about it that he didn't really care all that much about the competition. Like, he was, for me, just being a fan of the show and watching it for 11 seasons, I have never, ever missed a single episode. or season of American Idol. I know every winner. I know every season, every episode. I am huge, huge buff. But in all of the seasons, I think they bust their asses on stage, and you can see it. And with him, he just kind of came out there. He did his song.
And
He was like, okay,
brilliant.
I did my song. I did it good, and now I'm gonna go off stage. To me, he was a bit cocky. Personally. Jessica Sanchez, on the other hand, Miss Runner-Up, who is going to be the new my theory, Whitney Houston died because Jessica Sanchez was born. If you do not believe that, well, the hell with you. Because that is my belief, and I am sticking to it. That girl has got some pipes.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like, she's nuts. She's absolutely crazy. And she busted her ass on that show.
She busted her ass when she was 3, long time ago.
Yeah, like, she's absolutely incredible. Just amazing. And I commend her, like, threefold for all the hard work she did. However, I will say, the finale, I was very... What's the word I'm looking for? Disappointed. I was very disappointed because I was expecting Jessica to come out and just blow the frickin' roof off the place. Like, completely. Would you not agree? Oh, you don't even watch American Idol. Why the hell do I even talk to you? God, he's just here for comedy's sake. Keep us entertained.
Yeah. He does a good job at it.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
But no, seriously. You know, she did an absolutely incredible job. And I was shocked. I was like, she came out there and her nerves got the best of her. Now, mind you, she is 16. She is 16, so she does have that. And I have to kind of give that to her. But at the same time, with her being so confident in all the other
So
shows,
confident. Did you
and
know,
to see her come out like that, I was heartbroken and I was super disappointed. I was like, she really could have done a better job. So at the same time, she kind of threw it away for herself.
she did. The
So-
song that her first single, not as good as
No, no.
She was
Phillips-
sabotaged.
Phillips-
Sabotaged.
Yes, absolutely.
I love you, Philip. I love
Personally, you know what?
But-
The more and more I think about it, I think it's fixed.
you. We talk about that every year.
And this year especially, the reason why is because if you really, really think about it, Philip was the underdog. I honestly don't think anybody, honestly, in their right mind, would actually think that he would win. Yes, they're voting for him because they like him, but I don't think in the back of their mind they were really thinking that he was going to win
Yeah.
because of how powerful Jessica Sanchez was. And
Joshua.
then and Joshua, and when Joshua left, that was insane. That blew me right over the edge. I was like, what?
I gave up on Elise.
Somebody get me like a Tylenol and a frickin' hot water bottle. Like, Jesus Christ, I need to lie down.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was shaking.
We were shaking. We were screaming.
Oh
it was
my
all
God.
over the place.
I was so mad.
Yeah.
But seriously, for Jessica to come out there and be so nervous and whatever else, and then to have Philip come out and be so confident about himself and hit every note and just be on target the entire night, there had to be some work done. I'm sorry, but there had to have been some work done there.
Or the guy is seriously brilliant. And let's look at the stats from the years before. When has the last woman won? She hasn't been as epic as Jennifer Hudson. She didn't even win. Jordan Sparks, epic. She was the only one in that season that was epic. So she won. But ever since then, it's just been nothing but a bunch of guys.
It has been.
It's
I honestly
teenage
find
girl's
that
vote.
yeah.
And a young gay boy's vote, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, it's
hello, I'm sorry, but fucking Colton was a hot, sexy piece of ass.
Fuck.
Oh my God. I want him on my face. Like, right now.
Sorry, Daniel. But he's hot. I love you. Hi, Mom. Okay, so I heard that you have some news about the upcoming Stampede.
Yes, actually, I do.
Potentially
Okay,
anniversary.
because speaking of performances and American Idol and whatever else and blah, 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 one of my all-time favorite bands, I have been with them from the very beginning, since before they even released their EP. I love Mariana's Trench. Pause for scream.
I heard it
So did
on
I.
the street.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We've got like thousands of fans sitting outside.
Just waiting.
But no, Mariana's Trench, the first time I saw them was at the warehouse, and they were absolutely amazing. Then I found out that year they were going to be opening for 3 Days Grace at the Coca-Cola stage. So I went and I saw Mariana's Trench. I was going to stay for 3 Days Grace, but I was like, you know what, after that epic show, fuck this. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not ruining a good night now.
3 Days Grace would have been amazing.
It would have been amazing, but not as good as Mariana's Trench.
I understand.
They are the loves of my lives.
They are brilliant.
And so they performed as a headliner last year, or no, the year before that, and I went. And then last year they were performing on the Friday, but I had to work, so I missed it, and I was so mad. I like took to my Facebook and my Twitter, and I was like ranting all day. All day. I was so mad. I was like, fucking I can't fucking do it. Anyway, so this year they're not going to be there, unfortunately. However, Carly Rae Jepsen, who you all know, who sings Call Me Maybe, which was co-produced and co-written with Josh Ramsey, who is the lead singer of Mariana's Trench, is going to be there this year. Speaking of Coke Stage and Calgary Stampede and whatever else, it is the Calgary Stampede's 100th anniversary! I'm so excited! Happy birthday to the Calgary Stampede. The Calgary Stampede has been part of my life ever since I was like a wee kid. My aunt Ronnie, who I love very, very dearly, used to take me there for my birthday every year. Now it's just turned into a gathering because I only get to see her once a year because she comes down here. My aunt Ronnie's been going to the Calgary Stampede for 75 years. She has missed one sneak peek, and she has missed one parade in 75 years. Beat that, you bitches.
Good for her, right?
Oh, yeah. And
What a
she's
trooper.
still going strong. She's coming down again this year. She will be there every single day. There is no doubt that this woman knows more about Stampede than even the people who work there. Like, I kid you not. But this year is their 100th anniversary. They're bringing a huge roller coaster this year.
Which is gonna
It's
be
not really huge.
It's bigger than it.
I'm actually kind of upset because I saw pictures of other roller coasters that they brought down to the Calgary Stampede with loops and bank turns and all this other kind of cool stuff that you would see on a normal roller coaster. This one doesn't have it. It goes down, comes up, and comes around, comes down, comes up, comes around, comes down, comes up, comes around and back, and then the station. However, it will be the first ride to hold the Calgary Stampede brand on it, and it's going to be called Outlaw. The reason why is because Outlaw was the name of one of the bulls at the Calgary Stampede. He is a historic figure of the rodeo. So that's what that's named after. Also, some really cool shit that's happening down there is because it's their centennial, they're bringing a zip line. It is going to be 80 feet tall, spanning 950 meters across the entire park. It will be $40 to ride.
$40.
40, dude, it's the one. Dude, do you have any idea how expensive? If you're coming down to Calgary Stampede, by the way, bring at least $2,000 for the week, because God knows you're going to spend it all there.
Well,
So bring $2,000 for spending money for the week, and then bring another $2,000 for your living expenses,
Including bars.
including the bars and whatever else. So you might want to bring another $1,000 on top of that. So altogether, you're looking at about a $5,000 trip.
a Jack and Coke, I paid
Ja-
$15. $15, everybody.
Was
Last
it
year.
a double?
No, of course not. It was pre-mixed in a can, and it was $8, and that I thought was ridiculous. But $15 for convenience, and then you have to drink it in this fencing area.
Yeah. Anyway, that's. But the beer gardens, you have to admit, the beer gardens are pretty cool, and we have the most beer gardens at any exhibition across Canada, which actually kind of pisses me off because the Nashville North at Calgary Stampede, that pisses me off. Okay, it is a huge fucking tent with a stage in it with bars lined along the edges, just bar, 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 all Budweiser. It takes up the majority of the park, which is where a lot of the more midway stuff could be, or the shops and whatever else, so that you could expand the midway. I'm sorry, I'm a rides person. When I go down to the Calgary Stampede, I go for the fucking rides and I go for the fireworks. I don't go for no goddamn rodeo or agriculture or whatever the hell it is and whatever else. I go for the fun shit.
I go for
But
mini donuts.
seriously, Nashville North, like, it's huge, and it's just
go
a
for the
bunch of
donut
people
burgers.
in there getting drunk. Plus,
Yeah,
you have the
that's what it
Budweiser Beer Garden. Plus, you have the Bud Light Beer Garden. Plus, you have the cantina at the front of the fucking Calgary Stampede. Plus, you also have the Calgary Saddle Dome, which serves booze. Like, how much fucking liquor do you need?
That's Calgary. That's Calgary.
But that's how
Right?
they make their money, I guess.
It is. We all do it. Yeah. So
I guess so.
I'm
But yeah.
probably gonna end up going again this year anyway too.
Oh, I'm going because my Aunt Ronnie's going to be there, and I want to see the fireworks show. And speaking of the fireworks, this is actually really, really, really cool. This is the first time ever anything like this has ever been attempted in Canada. They are bringing international fireworks from almost every country across the globe to Calgary. They, on the first 3 days and the last 3 days of Calgary Stampede, they are shooting off a spectacular fireworks show in 5 different locations across the city simultaneously.
Which is unheard of.
Absolutely crazy. It has been said, and the Calgary Stampede has confirmed this. They said this at their launch. It will be Canada's largest fireworks display ever recorded in the history of Canada. Ever. This is going to be huge.
Epic.
Absolutely epic. And the great thing is that behind me is actually a window. That way is Calgary Stampede Park. That way is Heritage Park. Back way over the fuck that way is Elliston Park. Those are only 3 of the locations that they are shooting the fireworks off from that I and my friends will be able to check out. Just to rub it in your face a little bit, because I'm a bitch. But seriously, it's true. Ask anyone here. I am a beautiful individual that causes hard-ons.
You're a very good person. And you're hilarious. Yeah.
Thank you.
But a real bitch. Yeah.
I knew that was coming. I was just waiting for it.
Wow.
It's like, wait, here it comes.
Let's be honest.
So, other 2 locations. So, the places that they're doing it is McCall Lake Golf Course, Heritage Park, Canada Olympic Park, the Stampede Grounds, of course. If they're not at the Stampede Grounds, well, then we're fucked. Elliston Park. And like I said, it is the first 3 days and the last 3 days that they are doing this. And the reason for that is because if they were to do it every night, that's going to cost the city a shit ton of money, and we just got out of debt. We don't want to go back.
Squeezed out of
We
there.
claimed bankruptcy once before. We don't need to go there again.
Nope. Even in Monopoly today. we
Uncle
learned that.
Ralph took care of that for us.
Yeah.
He is a wonderful man.
Wonderful.
Except I still didn't get my $500 fucking bonus check.
From who?
From the government. When they did the...
Where's our $500?
What happened was... Oh, I don't even remember. It was like a big boom or something like that, and they had like all this extra money all of a sudden. And Ralph Klein was sending out $500 to like all the taxpayers. You
Oh,
had
back
to like...
then?
Yeah. And you,
400, yeah.
yeah, $400
Yeah.
it was, or something like that. It was really, really cool.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
I didn't get mine.
That sucks.
So, up yours.
Yeah.
You pay taxes?
Yes!
That's
What kind of Canadian do you think I am? Jesus Christ!
there are plenty of never mind.
Oh, this one's blank. Okay, so speaking of fireworks and whatever else, you used to be quite the little firework. Once
Why,
upon
what
a
do
time.
you mean, Max?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
You can't be talking about
Holly Davidson?
Oh, Holly.
No! Oh my God! How could I ever bring something so horrible up? Oh dear Lord! Shame on me.
What did you think of Holly?
Lord bless my soul. I loved Holly Davidson, and I really miss her. This bitch used to perform like nobody's business. Mom, you know. You know.
Yeah,
And you
do.
cannot say that you don't, because I know you do. You used to perform as Holly Davidson at the gay bar here in town.
Yep.
And it was absolutely incredible. Like, I loved you on stage.
Thank you.
I take a lot of inspiration from this one for my drag.
Right
like,
back at ya.
well, confidence-wise, anyway.
Yeah, for sure. I
Like,
hope so.
seriously, like, he can get up on stage and he can work a crowd and not give a shit about what he looks like and whatever else and make, like, $200 on stage. And then buy me drinks.
Yep, it did happen.
It's happened a couple times. I still owe you for a lot of drinks, actually. I
Ugh.
really shouldn't be talking about this right now.
Don't even worry about
I'm putting my foot in my mouth.
me. It's okay.
So, I do have some questions for you about it, though.
I also have questions for you.
Uh-oh.
Shall we mention Christina Diamonds?
This could get ugly.
It could get ugly or really great.
One of the two. Okay, so my first question for you is,
Okay.
why did you start performing? Like, what was your reason behind it? Like, were you having some sort of, like, wanting to get out there and, like, be famous? It's like, oh, I want to be famous. I'm going to be famous. Or was it, like, you know, just, like, you wanted to entertain?
I wanted to entertain. Eric's looking at me, waiting for me to say money.
Oh,
I'm not gonna say it. I've decided.
my God.
I started doing it because it was an outlet. It was like what me and you had been talking about at some point, with how little of options we had growing up, and like I had a lot of options, but I never took them because I had no confidence. Right? Like coming
You
out of the
performed
closet-
this, actually.
I
Avril
performed.
Lavigne, bitches! Yeah, that's right. That was a $130 song.
I
Yes,
don't want to brag, but that song made me $130. Thank
that's
you, Avril
true.
Lavigne.
Anyway,
Anyway, so you have no confidence growing up. You're bullied as a child. You don't even know why. I thought I was just skinny. I sounded like my mom till I was 15. That kind of makes a little bit of sense too. And you know, walked and talked like a duck.
so did I. My balls didn't fucking drop until I was like 18.
21. Everybody.
Yikes.
Technically, if you're really looking at it like that. Anyway, so I wanted to actually get out there and make something of myself because you know you can do blogs and you can write, you can talk to people, and you can club with people, but it's nothing like being the center of attention. Everybody should be the center of attention. That's what I
Absolutely.
wanted. I finally
Everybody
wanted
needs
it.
to be the center of attention sometimes. Like, you
We
want
all do.
it. Everybody craves it.
Yeah.
Don't hide it. Embrace it.
Almost like doing a live stream. You know, we want the spotlight for
Exactly.
an hour of your
We're
time.
just doing this for the fame. We don't give a shit about you, bitches.
It's all about the fame. No, we can talk about that later too. But I started performing because I would go to the bar. I'd see all these queens up there on stage, performers, and
Well, some of
wanted
them
to
are
be
queens and some of them are performers, but we're getting to that.
we're getting to that as well. Yeah. But I wanted to be there, so I made it happen.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
You have to.
yeah. Which actually leads me into a question I have for you.
Are we gonna like go back and forth?
We can go back and forth.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do this shit. Hit me.
Speaking of
Not
confidence- I will never hit you ever. I love you. Speaking of confidence,
Yes.
how do you keep your confidence? How do you just go out there and do what you do with so much confidence?
What confidence?
The confidence that you project.
Oh my god. Okay. I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I'm not. Well, actually, I can't really say that because Eric knows me to be quite a bit cocky sometimes. My confidence comes from, you know what? When I was a kid and whatever else, I was like you. I was bullied and stuff like that. I grew up in group homes and foster homes. I didn't like have a childhood. I didn't like learn any life skills growing up or anything like that. Like I was a complete disaster. I didn't know anything at all, and because of that, I think people took advantage of me in that sort of way. So I slowly built up this this kind of like wall in front of me, this kind of face like I don't fucking give a shit what you think, like just you're you and I am me, and if you don't like me, well, fuck you. But it kind of got to a point where I was becoming too much of that, and it was all the time. So when I started performing and whatever else, I was at first a nervous wreck. But then when people started telling me I was good and whatever else, I started bringing back that bitchiness and whatever else. It's like, oh, I'm good, so whatever, they can go fuck themselves and blah 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 blah. And I started getting really cocky. I've toned that back quite a bit
You have,
since
yes.
then, very much so. But I think that's where my confidence stems from, is the fact that, you know what, like, it doesn't matter what people think of me. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and if people don't like that, well, that's too bad, because I am who I am, and I am who I am on stage. And if you don't like the performance, turn your head and look away. That's not my problem. I'm there to entertain the people who want to be entertained.
Yes.
So
Good for you.
that's where that comes from. So speaking of which, I kind of have the same question for you. Or like, speaking of like where you find your confidence, where do you find your inspiration? Where do you pull that from? Like, what inspired you to be the Holly Davidson that you were when you started, compared to who she was when she ended?
Okay.
If that made any sense. I'm sorry, I'm so bad with wording.
I know how to make that into an answer. Okay.
Thank God, at least one of us does. Eric, darling, would you be a dear and grab me a glass of water?
Oh, me too, Eric. Thank you.
Our stage hand at work. Fetch us
Let's
the
have a
glass
hand
of water.
for Eric.
Snap, snap.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love you. Anyway.
Okay, when I first
That'll be
started
funnier
doing-
to watch back later.
It will be, actually.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, like where do you drag your inspiration from? Like,
Drag my inspiration from.
Yeah,
No pun intended.
no pun intended.
Sorry.
So like, what inspired you to like be the Holly that you were when you first started, compared to who she was when she retired?
Well, a short-lived performer in that bar, for sure, short-lived. But
Just a little bit.
the main purpose of me wanting to do it was just to create something. And I felt as if I created something. When I started it, I didn't know what I was doing, but who did? You watch these performers on stage every night, and you think it's so easy, and you're watching them lip sync. It's not that easy. And you get up on the stage for the
it's
first
not.
time, and you're like, oh, fuck, I don't know who I am. You know? So you have to look for inspiration from other people. To be honest, the music itself was the inspiration. I wanted to tell the story that chick told, but I can't tell that story as a guy because I was too unconfident to sing it, so I dressed up as a girl so I could lip sync it, make it look like I was singing it. And eventually it just got to the point where, you know, I figured out the kind of artist that I wanted to be. I wanted to use their words to let go. Like Robin, Show Me Love. When I did that performance, I used a whale that I ended up giving to my best friend, you know, as a sign of a gift, you know, from love.
Thank you, doll.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah, that's a lot of talking.
So that's where I got that from. I wanted to create that.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
What's next?
What I've got next for you on the docket. Leading into what you do now in drag, because what I had back then is different what you have now.
Okay.
Would you say that you're happy with where you're at now, and if you have any more work to do on your character, on yourself, on your performance?
I would have to say I'm pretty happy with where I am right now. As a whole, I've been working like super, super hard, to just better myself. Like, you see the mirror there? Like, I push the coffee table back and I use this area to practice. And I have my little mirror in front of my computer over here, and I fucking practice my lip syncing hardcore, like over and over and over again. My mom's coming out to the show next weekend,
That's fantastic.
and she wants me to learn a brand new song that just came out a couple weeks ago, and I already know it. So
Good for you. That's risky.
but the reason why is because I practice my ass off. So there is definitely there is still a lot of work that needs to be done like practicing and whatever else. But then there's also the stuff that you don't see, like practicing my makeup. Like you see me on stage with my makeup, but you don't actually see me, you know, trying different things with it and whatever else. So like learning how to do your makeup properly is definitely something that I want to work on. I've been told that, you know, I'm doing a really good job, but there are still a few things that I could do better. And if I do those, big things could possibly happen. I'm not sure yet. I'm not going to say anything because I don't know for sure and I don't want to get people excited. But the more and more I work at it, the more it gives me something to work for.
Yeah.
So like
does.
I'm always working. You're always working, and that's something that I think a lot of people don't understand is you never stop learning, especially when you're a performer. You never stop learning. There's always some new dance move to learn. There's always some new song to learn, some new way to do your makeup, a new dress that you want to try. You know, there's always like a different style of performance that you might want to try, a different genre of music. You're always learning, you're always working forward. And it takes a lot, but at the same time, it's like you don't want to get down on yourself and be like, oh, I'm trying so hard, but like I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. No, be happy with where you are as a performer.
Yeah.
Because the more and more, and this doesn't just apply to drag at all. Like this applies to all performers. You
All
just got
artists.
all artists, any kind of art form at all. You need to be happy with where you are in your work because that's the best that you can do at that time. And there's still so much more to learn, and you're never going to be done. So if you're one of those kind of people that's looking for something to work hard and then have like a solid actual like something to, you know, say, hey, I did this and I worked hard to get it, you're not going to have that sense of accomplishment with this.
No.
You're always going, this is something where it has to be a person where you always still want to learn more. You always want to do better the next time. You always want to push yourself further.
Yeah.
This isn't something where you can just go to school, get a degree, and then you have a job. No, this is something where you're going to school all the time.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what you learn. You still have to come up with your own stuff, or else you're not going to make it. You have to
Absolutely,
be original.
and that's part of the learning process is learning who you are as a performer. But we'll get into that.
Yeah.
We have a lot of stuff to talk about
We
performing.
need to cover a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so my next question for you was who or what was your inspiration for becoming who you are and for doing what you do now?
My inspiration? Ugh. You just asked me a question too.
Yeah, no, you did.
What?
You asked me a question.
I'm so no, you just asked me.
Oh, you asked me then.
Oh, okay. We'll get to my question in a minute. Sorry, we just had like a mind clusterfuck. Seriously, the first time I heard that word, I laughed so hard I almost beat my pants. Clusterfuck.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Word of the day. Our show is brought to you by the word clusterfuck. I don't think I could do the show with anybody but you.
I know, it's true.
Okay, so I get this question all the time. Whether I'm doing this show or my show on YouTube or performing as Christina Diamonds or anything like that, I get this question a lot. Who is the real Maxwell? And I hate this question. I absolutely hate it. And Lady Gaga agrees, actually. If you ever get to see any of her episodes where she was asked that question, seriously, watch them. They're very entertaining.
They are.
Very, very entertaining. She's a hilarious woman.
All for
But,
Gaga.
I'm the same person, folks. There's no other skin. There's no other, like, mental mind thing going on in here. I'm not freaking, like, psychotic or anything like that, like some other people we know that we will not name. You know, like I am who I am. Like what you see is what you get. I am the same person off air as I am on air. So like, how do you respond to that when people come up to you? Like, because I'm sure at some point there would have been some sort of. I mean, for me there was at one point type of alter ego.
I wouldn't have considered myself an alter ego. Like I definitely knew what I was doing in the moment. I do regret a lot of things because becoming a bitch isn't necessarily what becoming a drag queen is supposed to be. It's not drag queen bitch. It's just drag queen, and it's just performer when you're on the stage.
Yeah.
You know, but we always incorporate bitch because we have to learn to fight for ourselves all the time with the fighting.
Absolutely. Oh
So,
my god.
Like, it just got to the point where
Broken bottles have happened.
many times, too many times to count. Anyway, but when I was in drag, it was different because I was more confident with myself. To be honest, I was told I was beautiful every minute. I was like, I must be hot. You know, they're saying it. If it's not true, why are they saying it? So you get that extra ego, but then you take your makeup off, you're back to your boring old self. And that's what I started feeling. But nearing the end of it, I started feeling better about me and less about the performing. So essentially, I lost the passion for Holly. It'll always be there because I love what I made, you know?
Who is calling
Who
now?
is calling again?
Grand Central Station. How may we help you? Or even better, Maxwell's Pizza and Abortion Clinic. Your loss is our sauce. How may I direct your call? 760.
Where the hell is that?
I haven't got a clue.
Fan from the States? Is there a fan from the States?
I haven't got a clue.
What were we talking about?
Holly.
We were talking about Holly.
Right.
Right. Oh, nearing the end.
Yes.
I started caring about myself more. And
God
then-
damn, phone calls interrupted.
I know. Well, I think it was when I got promoted actually to the upstairs stage.
I keep on coming off camera. My ADHD kicks in, so if you see me like moving around the place, it's because I'm.
Yeah, you are.
I'll second that.
Fuck you, Eric. Shut your hole.
Don't take my word.
Ugh. God, what are we gonna do? The hell?
We're busy.
Should have unplugged that.
Busy
Sorry,
drag
Steve.
queen.
I'm gonna unplug it.
No,
No.
don't leave it.
There's a way to turn that ringer off. I'm sure of it.
So yeah, near the end of it, you were saying. Oh well, I lost my pen.
Near even the middle of it, when I got promoted, I became one again. Like I was working for things, and I had the help of my boyfriend. I had the help of my friends, my roommates, and my family even. You know, and coming into play and having dancers and incorporating different kinds of music, and even dance within myself. I can't dance, but somehow during certain songs, certain moments on the stage, I could actually dance. So I created that aspect, and we were one of the same. And I was happier as a human being in any hour of any day at any time, any week, any year. You know, until
That's
I
awesome.
got back to being unhappy. But yeah, that's who I was.
Yes.
I didn't have trouble differentiating between me or her. I was a bitch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to a lot of people. Mom, I'm sorry. Every time you squeezed my boobs, I got really mad at you. I'm sorry. I take it back. That's what I regret.
So, speaking of drag,
Yeah.
if we're on the topic, wait, where did it go? No, that's not it. That's right. That's not it. Here we go. No, there. Okay, so do's and don'ts
Ah,
of drag.
do's and don'ts of drag.
Do you want to start, or shall I?
You
We got
start.
some pretty funny shit right
You
now.
start. You start.
Okay. The first one is don't not talk.
Why?
I'm okay. I have seen too many performers get up on that stage, and they don't know how to tuck their balls between or their penis behind their ass cheeks, push their testicles up into their body so that it looks like they have a box. Instead, they try and put on a pair of panties, and then their testicles fall out underneath their dress. I'm sorry, but you have just completely ruined the illusion for me, and I am completely disgusted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're supposed to look like a woman.
yeah,
the
exactly.
point.
I'm sorry, but seriously, learn how to freaking talk. Yeah. Everybody. This doesn't just apply to me and you and the people watching. Anybody who is freaking performing as a woman, who is a man, needs to tuck their shit back. Yeah. It's really bad. So, you're next.
I'll start with a do.
Okay.
Do songs that you know. I can't stress it enough. If you don't know the song, you don't understand the lyrics. Why are you doing it? Why are you trying to tell people that
It's true.
story?
It's so
You don't
true.
know the story. You don't know the punchline. So why are you even bothering with that joke? Do songs that you know that you feel comfortable with. Why did I do Avril Lavigne? Because I've heard those songs a million times.
Exactly.
And I
You
love
know
them.
the story behind it. And that's what I think like a huge part of it is as well with performing. Period. Is you need if you're gonna perform a song, you want to make it believable. So you need to
Believable.
know that story and you need to take that story like it just happened to you today.
Yeah, you are singing it.
You are singing it like it just fucking happened to you.
It's your song for 3 minutes. It's your song for 3 minutes.
So
And then it's not
use that
but
3 minutes and make it worth your while because trust me, you're gonna get a lot more bang for your buck that way.
any less than 3 minutes and they get mad again. Yeah.
It's true.
Do you have a do? You have a do?
I'm pretty sure I have a do here somewheres.
Yeah.
Do. Shop in drag.
I should have taken that advice myself.
I would agree with you. Seriously, if you are going to be out as a female impersonator, if you're going out shopping, it's a lot easier to throw on a face, put on a wig or something like that, throw a set of tits on, throw on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. You don't even need to technically tuck for this because you're not wearing a dress or anything. And if you're wearing a pair of jeans, I don't think anybody's gonna be able to tell anyways,
You're
unless of
wearing
course you've got a raging heart on.
Also, make sure that you're not too horny.
Yes.
Like, wow. Have some passion, but not sexual tension.
Yeah, exactly. You're
You
gonna
know?
end, and if you're tucked, you're gonna end up fucking yourself.
It hurts.
It does. It really does. I've been down that road before. It's not
many
fun.
times on stage.
Don't let boys
Sorry, Mom.
make out with you and whatever else while you're in drag. Bad idea.
Yeah.
But seriously, like it's really easy to just throw on a set of tits and a face and whatever else and go out shopping that way because when you're walking into those stores, if you're walking in as a boy, and I've done this, and this is where I learned it from. I walked in as a boy and I asked to try this dress on. And the girl just looks at me and she's like, "Are you fucking kidding?" I was like, "No, I'm not kidding. I would actually like to try this on." And she looked at me so strange. And the same thing happened to another friend of ours that we know, Mr. Owner Man. Mr. Owner Man of the bar.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, like seriously, now I go in with a full face and a set of tits. They don't ask why, because I look like a woman. If I go into the change room and I try on a dress and I come out and it covers my tits and whatever else, nobody's gonna be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, they look at you and they know what's happening. It's not like they don't know what's happening. I used to sit in the middle of the mall and put on a big curly wig trying to figure out who I was going to be. And all these people are looking at me like, what? It's not Halloween. Like, you know?
No. Don't get ready at the mall.
I didn't. I was trying wigs on.
Oh.
I needed to buy one.
Yeah, exactly. See, like, if you're as a boy and you're trying wigs on, that looks really weird. But if you're dressed as a woman and you're trying wigs on, well, it's like, oh, well, she must be trying to hide her identity or something. She must be a serial killer or something like that. You know,
Yeah, it looks creepy.
People don't think otherwise. But when it's a boy, people are like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So
I've seen it happen before. So your turn.
Another do that I would like to get out is to study. Study. Research what you're doing. Watch other performers. And I don't know what it's like to be able to listen to somebody without getting offended. I don't. But it's valid, and you should. The reason I became what I became was because I listened. I didn't listen to everything, though. A lot of times people were like, don't do this. And I'm like, but it works, so I'm going to keep doing it. Like throwing glitter on stage. I don't care who has to clean it up, to be honest. I suggested cleaning it up myself, and they said, we can't have our drag queens with a broom. I'm like, okay, but I did it anyway. And I'm not going to lie, I made $50 off a $3 bottle of glitter. 3 Britney Spears songs. Thanks, Britney. You know? So,
Exactly.
study what you're doing. Make sure that you know what you're doing. Take advice from people.
Absolutely. And listen to the advice. And some of the stuff isn't going to be great for you, but at the same time, it's some of it might also be good for you. But also, don't forget who you are, and don't let other people change you. Don't let other people tell you what you should and shouldn't do all the time. You need to make out that decision for yourself.
But listen.
But listen and take into consideration what they're saying. Like last night, for example, I was doing the show and I was doing pink. Now, at the moment, my wig isn't wearable. Let's just say that. And it's pretty bad. So, unfortunately, I have my regular hair for right now. So what we did was and it's still in there too. You can see it
A little bit, yeah.
But we took pink and we put pink into the blonde of my hair, and then we spiked it up and whatever else. Why? Because they said it needs to be more extravagant. You're a performer. You need to look like a performer and whatever else. And it really did help, and it made my look off the chain. I looked absolutely fabulous. So some things work for you, some things don't, and that's okay.
It is what it is.
Another thing.
Oh, this is a big one. Big.
Don't do the same fucking numbers over and over and over and over and over and over and over. See how annoying this is? And over and over and over. See how annoying that is? Over again. I am sick and tired of seeing like the same thing
Over
and over and over again.
I'm not gonna lie. I have repeated it.
I've
Once.
done it. I repeat numbers, but I don't do them every single night.
Everybody's allowed an encore. Don't do your encore your next performance. I've seen some people do the same number in the same night. I'm like, the audience hasn't changed. But they did it, and I don't even know why they did it. Wait a few weeks. Go
Exactly.
back, you know?
And if you can't, and actually there is no excuse for this. There is always new material out there. There is iTunes. You can buy your music. There is also uTorrents. You can download your music. There's also ways to get free music off of YouTube, for Christ's sakes. There is absolutely no excuse why you should not have a new piece of material every week. For the ones that have done you really well and you've gotten really good cheers on and whatever else, and people have absolutely loved them, do those once again, because those are the ones that people are going to remember. But don't overdo them.
When you stop getting tipped and people stop cheering and
When people are like, when people start getting up and walking away and going to the bar when you come on stage, as soon as they hear the music, you know you gotta change your music.
Or just strip down, worst case scenario. No, don't do that. I did that, big mistake.
Yeah.
Don't strip down.
Bad idea.
Bad idea.
I was there. I know. Not pretty.
So, see, we
Well,
all
it
make
was
mistakes.
pretty.
I learned.
Well, it was pretty, but I'll. Sorry, Dan. I love you.
I love you, baby. Yeah, that's about it for do's and don'ts.
Yeah. So
for now, that list is ongoing. That'll come back.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
absolutely. So that's over with. So, you have another piece of celebrity buzz. I know.
I do. I feel very
A
passionate
little
about it.
something about Little Miss crazy fucking out of her head bitch, but she's doing better, and he has the story for you.
She's doing amazing is the thing. She had her faults, but the thing is how much of those
Who is it again?
are actual faults? Britney Spears. For one thing. Baby One More Time? That's the song, right? We were all 11. Okay, I don't know why she went bald. Eric, do you know why she went bald?
She went crazy and she cut off all her hair. She literally had a mental fucking breakdown and cut off all her hair.
She had fun.
But you have to admit, she's now on the X Factor. She has a $15 million contract.
She's a judge. An actual judge. And
Absolutely.
the thing is, she's good for the new community that's coming out, especially the new musicians that are coming out, because she can teach them that no matter what kind of shit they throw at you, and by they, I don't know
You
who
can
I'm
come
talking
back.
about.
Like, take example, Lindsay Lohan.
Ugh.
Okay, now
Not ugh to
I
Lindsay
have
Lohan,
I have some issues with the whole Lindsay Lohan thing. However, like, people have been getting down on her for her Playboy shoot and whatever else, right? Well, I'm sorry, but she actually had the balls to go to the magazine, pose nude for all the world and whatever else. Did you have the balls to get up in front of a camera and strip naked? No.
No.
I didn't fucking think so. So lay the fuck off, bitch. And that's all I have to say about that.
It's
But
gonna
no.
be another Britney video.
But no.
That's
Leave Lindsay alone!
who he could be.
I'm the new Chris Crocker, ladies and gentlemen. But no, seriously, like you think about it, she's making a comeback. Lindsay Lohan is making a comeback. Britney is making a comeback, and that's good.
It's good.
This is their career.
Let's allow them
That's
that.
what people don't understand. This is their life. This is what they do for a living.
Yeah.
And when you get involved with all these movies and whatever else, like Charlie Sheen, for example, 2.5 Men, the reason why he became a cokehead in the first place was because of that show, because of the character that he portrays on there. Okay? These things change people. And not everybody is the same. Lindsay Lohan got caught up in her fame. She's a child star.
Yeah.
And most child stars go through this. David Spade went through it. Macaulay Culkin went through it. She's going through it. The Olsen twins went through it. Any child star that you have ever seen has always gone through some sort of drama later on in their life. Not to mention her dad's been in jail for so freaking long, right? But the fact of the matter is that she's able to come back from all of that and be like, you know what? This is still my life. This is my career, and I'm going to be damn sure to protect it and make sure that I can keep going with this because it's what I love to do.
Yeah.
Their passion shows for this. Take Marianas Trench lead singer, for example. He was a heroin addict. He's now becoming one of the biggest superstars on the planet. Like, it's incredible. The fact that these people have enough passion for what they do and enough love for themselves to be able to come out of a bad situation and rebirth themselves into the world is absolutely incredible. And for all of those people who are hating on them, fuck you. And for all of those people who can actually take inspiration from it, good on you. Because seriously, although they do set a bad example sometimes for the community, it's what you take from that that's the most important. And the media blows it out of the water. I fucking love TMZ because it's funny shit. I hate them because they shoot things out there that shouldn't be shot out there to the world. There are just some things that don't need to be seen.
No.
Like,
Definitely. Oh.
I can't even
No,
talk
we
about
don't
it.
even need to. Really.
Chris Crocker got out of a car naked. That was on TMZ. Shit that doesn't need to be seen. Example one and only. That should be the only thing you need.
Who gives a shit about people being naked? That's not what I pay $80 a month for cable for.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ.
That's great.
So,
Like
for
the Real Housewives of Vancouver.
Don't
What
even
a
get me
joke.
started. What a joke. How
You
can beat
bitches
such
are the
bitches?
worst.
You're
The
horrible
worst.
to each other.
The way you represent Canadian women, period, is the most shameful thing I have ever seen. And the creators of their show should go out into a backfield and shoot themselves in the balls.
Even potentially the real world. Not Drama Cafe Land.
Like, just in general, they're sending out a bad message about Canadian women. Other people are going to be seeing that and they're going to be like, oh, you're probably just a fucking rich snob. Fuck you.
And that's what they do. That's all that show is. A waste
It's
of 45
ridiculous.
minutes.
So, are we going to cap off this show now?
We do have to cap off this show, and I do believe that you have a poll.
Yes, I do. And it's actually pretty funny. I'm actually going to bring it up. Can you hold that? Thank you. So I did this poll on Nexopia. It's actually quite humorous. I have had so many votes on this thing and so many comments. It's fucking retarded. Like, I've never seen anything like it.
I haven't seen Nexopia
So here
in
we
full
are.
working order in a while.
Yeah, I know. It's insane. I couldn't believe it. A friend of mine was like, do you remember Nexopia? I was like, yeah. He's like, do you have an account? I was like, they're still running that shit?
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
Not that many users. 7,000 now.
No, actually, it's,
Where's that poll?
hold up. It is 1,714,883 users.
I remember when it was like 23 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot bigger.
It,
Alright.
it was quite a
We
bit
need to
bigger. So this poll,
Find this.
I have had 630 votes on this fucking poll, and still growing, mind you. And this was done probably just under 3 weeks ago, and it's McFlurry versus Blizzard.
What do you think?
What do you guys think? I want to know. And you guys can vote as well. All you guys have to do is go to www.nexopia, nexopia.com/maxworld20 and go to my blog page so you can vote. So far, drum roll please. The winner is the Blizzard with 495 votes so far.
It's knocking it out of the ballpark.
It's
Out of 630.
crazy
I
shit.
think we're coming up on our hour.
Yeah,
already.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But the McFlurry is at 135.
It's sad. Poor McFlurry. It's not
I know.
good. It's not good.
Except some people down here have been defending it. Let's see here. McDonald's sucks is one of the comments.
DQ.
DQ, just DQ. McDonald's makes everybody sick. It is the most disgusting thing you could possibly eat that has been stuck under a heat lamp. Fun fact, the ice cream machines they make the McFlurry from probably has never been cleaned out properly, since you have to take the machine apart to do a good job. People are really fucking hating on McDonald's here, man. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just nuts.
DQ for the win.
DQ for the win. Now this is a battle. It's all about the Blizzards, hands down. Yeah, it just some
Anyway.
crazy shit.
Yeah.
Crazy shit. So we have come up on our 1 hour. We are actually now 2 minutes over.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Whatever. Thank you for tuning in to our live broadcast. I hope you guys had an absolutely amazing time. I know I did.
I did.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you for
joining
having
me.
me.
Absolutely.
What a
It was
great
absolutely
time.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Mwah. Mwah. It was, I had so much fun.
Yeah.
So if you guys had a great time as well, let us know. You can tweet me at themaxworld20. You can also get a hold of me through my website as well. That is www.maxwellhanson.ca. Also, don't forget to check out my YouTube videos. www.youtube.com/maxworld20. So
They're really good.
check that
Hilarious.
out, and hopefully we'll see you guys again soon. Again, if you guys like the show, please let us know.
Yeah.
Because if you guys liked it and you send us enough comments and whatever else about it, we'll do another one.
Yeah.
So,
We got plenty more to talk about.
oh yes, we chat for hours. We're
Solidly
nonstop
fill up an
talkers.
hour and 3 minutes and 8 seconds.
Absolutely. So we're gonna go back to our, well, you two are gonna go back to your fucking Monopoly game.
Yay!
I was
I'm
winning. I was winning.
Again.
And then this bitch got a bunch of fucking hotels and fucking knocked me out.
Sorry, bitch. I gotta win.
I had hotels too. Don't give
I
me
never
all
should have
that.
traded him my railroads. I never should have traded him my railroads.
Oh. Love each other, please.
Yes.
That's the only message I
Oh,
want to give
and
you.
also,
Be kind to each other.
again, if you guys need to get a hold of us to talk to us about any issues that you guys are having at all, if you are depressed or you just need somebody to talk to make you feel better, or you need like somebody to tell you a joke, or if you just need somebody to talk to and relate to, please email me. My personal email address is max@maxwellhanson.ca. So email me anytime, please. Josh, you have your email as well.
My email is Josh McWilliam, JoshMcWilliam @gmail.com. I'm always readily available. You should never feel alone. You're not alone.
You're
We're
not.
right here. So there you go.
We may be seeing each other through a computer screen or TV screen or whatever the hell you're watching this on right now. I don't know. But we are with you 100%. And we love you and we care about you. So, peace, love, and hugs. And we will see you all later. Bye!
Bye.
Mwah! Okay, how do I shut this fucker off?
Yeah, I think you pushed that one.
Okay, there we go.